Kevin T, a rising star in the online poker world, has been suspended from WSOP.com, sparking massive controversy. Accused of using illegal software to gain an edge, Kevin's recent triumph has been overshadowed by claims of cheating. How did the reigning WSOP Online Michigan Player of the Year go from hero to zero? And what does this mean for the future of competitive poker? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the shocking details of this unfolding story. Kevin's win and the allegations. Kevin T, a Michigan-based online poker player, has found himself at the center of a cheating controversy after his account on WSOP.com was suspended mere days following his first career bracelet win in a United States WSOP online event. T, hailing from West Bloomfield near Detroit, confirmed his suspension after other players from the Michigan poker community reported suspicious behavior linked to his gameplay. According to allegations, some of T's decisions during the games mirrored inputs that could be associated with GTO Wizard's Fair Play tool. T's notable victory came during Event 15 of the domestic WSOP online series, a 500 NL Hold'em PKO tournament. He secured hearty $8,482, which included the $15,125 top prize and an additional $23,357 in knockout bounties. However, his triumphant moment was short-lived. Just days later, rumors began to circulate about his account being under review for potential real-time assistance use. Fellow players claimed that T's decisions during gameplay were consistent with those recommended by GTO Wizard, a tool that analyzes optimal strategies. T responds to accusations. As the controversy grew, T took to social media to address the situation. Posting in the Team Michigan Poker Facebook group, he acknowledged that his account had been frozen and strongly denied the accusations of using any form of RTA. T's post stated, "My WSOP account has been temporarily frozen because retired micro-stakes grinder Justin Pimpedly accused me of using RTA. Not only do I not use GTO Wizard, I don't even use a HUD when I play on PokerStars. You don't need GTO Wizard when you are a wizard. If you know me, you know I've been stiffed for upwards of 30 to 40K in home games. Now I'm being accused of cheating online. Sometimes I feel like it never ends. Like I've been playing poker 12 hours a day every day for the past 4 years, and for whatever reason, it's hard for some people to accept the fact that maybe I'm just a good player. I don't need GTO to win. All I need are my notes and I'll be crushed. Anyways, once I'm proven innocent, I'll be back." Despite T's firm denial, his explanation failed to put the rumors to rest. Multiple Michigan players had already voiced their concerns, revealing that suspicion about his gameplay had been mounting for quite some time. According to Stephen Paul Stolzenfeld, one of the more vocal members of the poker community, a group of regulars from Michigan had been quietly scrutinizing T's online play. They believed certain hands he played showed patterns that aligned too closely with the behavior of real-time assistance, RTA software, leading them to suspect that T was using unfair tools to gain an advantage. The group's investigation wasn't just casual speculation. For weeks, they meticulously analyzed the hands they had seen T play, comparing his decisions to outputs from GTO programs. They found what they believed to be consistent evidence of RTA usage, decisions that mirrored what an advanced AI solver would recommend. Armed with this data, the players compiled their findings and sent a report to WSOP.com officials about 6 weeks before T's account was eventually suspended. This shows that the allegations were not based on a single incident, but rather on a pattern of play that had raised eyebrows for months. Stolzenfeld's comments also pointed out that this was not the action of one disgruntled opponent, but a coordinated effort by a group of players who had been suspicious of T's style of play. They had hoped that WSOP.com would take swift action, but it wasn't until T clinched a WSOP online bracelet that the site intervened. The delayed suspension fueled further speculation, with many questioning whether WSOP.com was turning a blind eye until the issue became impossible to ignore. The fact that the evidence had been submitted well in advance of the suspension suggested that this controversy had been simmering long before it finally boiled over. The community's vigilance and the detailed nature of their analysis highlight just how much the poker landscape has changed with the emergence of sophisticated software. For Rushit T, the accusations and subsequent suspension marked a steep fall from grace, raising questions about not just his actions, but also the integrity of online poker and how the community polices itself. Enjoying the video so far? To stay up to date with all the latest poker scandals, legendary stories, and epic fights, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Heated exchanges and social media reactions. Rushit T's insistence that he did not use GTO Wizard prompted further exchanges with other players, some of whom remained unconvinced by his defense. On X, Michigan poker regular Mario Arribas shared screenshots of alleged positive results from GTO Wizard's Fair Play tool, reinforcing the claims that Rushit T had been using RTA. Arribas tweeted, "Ever play against Grand Theft on WSOP.com? The reigning WSOP Player of the Year and recent online bracelet winner Kevin Rushit T's account was suspended almost certainly due to his failing numerous GTO Wizard fair play checks. Hope WSOP and GG Poker does the right thing and issues rebates ladders to all the players affected, not to mention whatever poor souls came in second in the POI race, bracelet, and ring events he's won." While some voices in the poker community joined in on condemning the alleged cheating, others, including poker pro Matt Berkey, urged caution. Berkey stressed the importance of gathering definitive proof before jumping to conclusions, stating, "Don't know much about this case aside from the fact that the account is currently under review, but these whiz checks showed here are not consistent positive hits and shouldn't be used to publicly persecute someone. If someone is using GTAL maliciously, there should be no shortage of positive hits that align to the spot." Matt Berkey's tweet brings a cautious perspective, emphasizing the importance of thorough evidence before accusing someone publicly. He points out that the checks presented so far aren't consistent with the definitive proof of cheating. This cautionary tone stands in contrast to Mario's response, which doubles down on his conviction that Kevin was indeed using RTA. Mario response: "I wouldn't have posted this unless I was 99% sure he cheated using RTA. Last night I only took about 2 minutes to scroll through the Discord group chat of some of us Michigan regs to find a few of the fair play checks posted, but should have been more diligent. The Ace-8 forehand is likely a false positive. The other two are very likely him using RTA though, and they are two of many hands he has failed the fair play check. Those cases, in addition to him literally admitting to using GTO Wizard in game, were more than enough for me to feel confident about coming forward publicly." Mario, addressing Berkey's skepticism, clarifies that he wouldn't have made such accusations unless he was almost certain of Rushit T's guilt. He admits that one of the hands he posted might have been a false positive, but asserts that there are other hands that strongly indicate the use of RTA, reinforcing his decision to come forward. But now let's hear from the real victim themselves, runner-up Cherish Andrews. Cherish tweet: "I just found out that the guy I lost to heads up for bracelet a few nights ago has been banned as of today and failed GTO fair play. Though I didn't at the time think much of his play could be. RTA, it really sucks to think that I, along with everyone else, could have been cheated." The controversy surrounding these accusations drew reactions from other notable players, including Cherish Andrews, who lost heads up to Rushit T in a bracelet event. Cherish's tweet reveals her frustration and disappointment, especially considering the possibility that she and other players might have been unfairly disadvantaged. Patrick tweet: "That really sucks, I'm sorry. Whilst poker is booming, the players have outgrown site's ability to make sure games are secure, and GTO is a readily available weapon that criminals can use. The pressure shouldn't be on WSOP, they won't change it, has to be on GTO Wizard." Responding to this, Patrick Leonard weighed in, sympathizing with Cherish, but also stressing a larger issue. The responsibility of maintaining fair play doesn't just rest on individual sites like WSOP, but also on platforms like GTO Wizard, which can be exploited as tools for cheating. cherish response. The pressure should be on WSOP as well, when other regs have been contacting them for a while with proof that he's cheating and they quite literally did zero until he won a bracelet is wild. Cherish remains firm in her belief that WSOP should bear some responsibility, especially since other players had been raising concerns well before Rushit T's bracelet win. She criticizes the platform for failing to act until it was almost too late, highlighting the need for more proactive measures in addressing such issues. What's the likely outcome for Kevin Rushit T? Given the ongoing investigation, Kevin Rushit T's future in the poker world hangs in a delicate balance. While his WSOP.com account is currently suspended, it's important to note that a suspension does not equate to a ban. The suspension indicates that WSOP is still reviewing the evidence, which involves verifying whether Rushit T truly used real-time assistant software during his gameplay. If the allegations are confirmed, it's likely that Rushit T will face severe consequences, including a permanent ban from playing on WSOP.com, as well as potential disqualification from live WSOP events. This could also mean forfeiture of any winnings earned during games where he is found to have cheated, although WSOP has traditionally been reluctant to redistribute prize money, citing regulatory issues. Rushit T's 7 WSOP circuit rings and other accolades could also be at risk, as a confirmed case of cheating would severely tarnish his reputation. If exonerated, Rushit T may still have to deal with the lasting impact of these accusations, as trust within the poker community is hard to regain once lost. However, there have been cases where players were accused and later cleared due to false positives in the fair play checks, so there remains a possibility that Rushit T could continue his poker career if he is proven innocent. What are the implications of AI and RTA cheating on the WSOP and the state of the game? The Kevin Rushit T case highlights a growing issue in the poker world: the rising threat of AI and real-time assistant software. As poker moves increasingly online, the use of these tools has raised significant concerns about the integrity of the game. Programs like GTO Wizard are readily available, and while they can be used for learning and training, they are not meant for live play. The misuse of such software has created an environment where the fairness of competition is being called into question, especially in high-stakes settings like the WSOP Online series. If instances of RTA use continue to surface, it could lead to a major shakeup in how online poker is regulated. Platforms may need to introduce stricter monitoring systems, more robust fair play checks, and harsher penalties for those caught cheating. This also puts pressure on tournament organizers like WSOP to be more transparent and proactive in addressing these issues before they affect major events. The implications extend beyond just individual players. They affect the overall state of the game. Trust is a fundamental part of poker, and if players start to feel that online platforms can't guarantee fair play, it could drive them away from digital tables altogether. Furthermore, for iconic events like the WSOP, which have built their legacy on the integrity and spirit of the game, the spread of AI-driven cheating poses a serious risk. To preserve the prestige of poker, it's crucial for the community, operators, and players to work together in addressing these technological challenges head-on. What's next for Rushit T? At this point, Rushit T's account is suspended, pending further investigation, not permanently banned. Should the investigation clear his name, his account will likely be reinstated. If found guilty, however, he could face a more serious consequence, including a permanent ban from WSOP.com events. Andrews and others are calling for stronger action, including the redistribution of prize money, but WSOP has historically been reluctant to alter tournament outcomes based on online suspensions. As the investigation unfolds, this case continues to fuel discussions about the role of technology in poker and the balance between strategy and fairness. With allegations being this severe, all eyes are on the WSOP to see how they handle one of the most talked about incidents in recent times. Thanks for watching, and to stay up to date with all the latest poker scandals, legendary stories, and epic fights,